Sabotage is their only option. It's literally the end-all be-all for them, is sabotage. That is one of the most powerful tools that people will use to form a weapon against you. Will always be sabotage. Now, I want to make something very clear. If you are currently being sabotaged in any way or form, whether it's at work, in your family, in regards to an opportunity, in a relationship, if you are currently being sabotaged, it's because you're powerful. People don't sabotage people who don't have potential. People try and sabotage people that they know can take over, that they know are smart, that they know are intelligent, that they know have it going on. Those are usually the people that people will try and sabotage. So when someone is going down the sabotage route for you, they see your potential. That's why they do it. They see that you can attain what you desire. Anytime I've ever been in a situation where somebody was sabotaging me, they were sabotaging me out of fear. The people who are sabotaging you because they have fear. They fear you. Truly, they do. So because they have fear of you and what you can become, and that triggers their insecurities and it bruises their ego, the only way they can truly stop you is to sabotage. People sabotage out of fear. Fear that you'll get promoted. Fear that you'll get the guy. Fear that your business will take off. Fear that you will succeed. It's all about fear. Fear that you'll surpass them. Fear that they'll get to see you celebrate. People sabotage out of fear. They got fear. That's why they do it. They see your potential. That's why they do it. They see you can attain what you desire. And that brings me to my next point. When you sense that sabotage is in the works, you cut them off or you leave the environment. It's that simple. You don't have to. I think it's very important in life to not let people know that you're onto them. I think that that's a major skill that I've developed at this age is don't let people know that you're onto them. Don't let them know you're onto them. Let them assume that you are ignorant. Let them assume that you don't know what's going on. Playing dumb will get you very far in this life. When you act like you don't know what they're attempting to do, when you act like you can't see what they're doing, but behind the scenes, you already have a master plan planned out. You have all your chess pieces in place, and you know exactly how you're going to move. Don't show them that you're onto them. No. Don't show them you're onto them. Play dumb. When the sabotage is in the works and you know it's in the works, play dumb. Act like a complete airhead, like you have no idea. And out of nowhere, at the very last point, you flip the whole script and you shock everybody. And they're like, oh my God, she did know. She did have an ideal. She did. Look at what she did. Look at how she switched lanes so quickly like that. You got to have street smarts. You don't let people know that you're onto them. When people are making a group effort to sabotage you, you don't let them know that you know what they're doing. You completely annihilate your enemy with success. I've had several people in my lifetime try and sabotage me, including family. Oh, honey, major sabotage. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Ridiculous. And they really still cannot stomach the fact that I'm still here and I'm still going. Family, people, because from what I've learned about sabotage is when you sense that's what's going on, you need to learn how to cut people off. And When you cut people off, it doesn't have to be some loud, big, aggressive cut off, yelling, screaming, cursing. I cut people off very smoothly. I cut people off extremely smoothly. You just wake up one day and you just don't hear from me again. It's not some big deal. You just simply don't hear from me anymore. And I have the same number. You're just blocked on it. That's all. I cut people off very smoothly and with ease, because I've learned in life that creating a big ruckus, creating a big problem, creating this big drama fest is so not worth the mental distress. Cut people off very smoothly. Okay, so smoothly that they don't even realize that they're cut off. You're slowly fading away from their life and they don't even see it. Slowly you're fading away, slowly, until you just completely disappear from their life. And they just wake up one day and they're like, wait, where did she go? Very smoothly. Sabotage is their only option. And because it's their only option, it's your job to cross your T's and dot your I's. That's one thing that I spoke about on live last night. I spoke about reading in between the lines. And last night I also spoke about street smarts. You have to learn how to assess a situation and see what's really going on. Look at your life. Look at the situation that you're in. Look at what you're in. I mean, look at it for what it really is. Because I've realized that when it comes to people, for some reason, people don't like to see the picture. I don't know. It's like people like to create a distorted image to separate what's really going on. One of the best traits that I've developed at this point in my life is really, truly accepting people for who they are and accepting what they show me. I don't have the time to repaint anybody. I don't have the time to lie to myself and act like somebody is not who they are or a situation is not what it is. I can't live my life in a delusional state of mind. That holds you back in life. I have to see the picture for what it is, and I have to accept it and make a diplomatic and intelligent response in regards to what I have seen. If you are currently in a situation where you are being sabotaged, you need to start planning your exit. Your exit from the job, your exit from the church, your exit from the friend group, where whatever situation you're in currently, where sabotage is what's happening, you need to start strategically planning out a strategic exit. And then when you finally exit, you learn from that. Because I've been a victim of sabotage since I was like in middle school, dealing with people and their jealousy and their insecurity problems. The way that I live my life, and I was talking about this on live last night, the way that I live my life may seem strange to a lot of people, and I'm just now realizing that at this age. The way that I live my life is very weird to many people. I am very weary of others. I'm very weary of people. Very, very weary of them. And I have to live my life in a certain way where my moves are very calculated and what I'm doing is calculated, and I'm always thinking ahead. Living future tense, if that makes sense. I'm always trying to think, I'm at level 4. What do I have to prepare for that will be at level 9? And while at level 4, I'm preparing for level 9. And I started living that way kind of as a survival tactic, because when you're a woman, when you're an attractive woman, when you're an attractive Black woman, when you're an intelligent woman, when you are a woman who's a business owner, a happy woman, whatever category of woman or man that's positive that you fall in, you always have to be thinking of strategies to protect yourself physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. You have to be very calculated when it comes to your life. You have to be very calculated because the sabotage is at an all-time high. because sabotage is their only option. So the way that I live my life may be a little bit strange to certain people, but sometimes you're just a walking target for people. You're literally a walking target. And you have to always think ahead of the game. I will use Selena as an example with Selena and Yolanda. The way that my brain works, and I know that sabotage is the only option, the way that my brain works, if I had a business partner that was stealing money from me, lying about it, and creating all this havoc and talking bad about me and all that stuff, I wouldn't meet up with them one-on-one at a hotel. I would already have in my mind that they have something up their sleeve for me. That's just how my brain works. I will not meet with an enemy one-on-one. I had that happen to me, I think it was 2 days ago. I had a discrepancy with a certain person and they were like, okay, well, we ended whatever. And they were like, oh, like you can come and pick up your stuff. And I'm like, it's okay. You can send it in the mail. That's just how my mind works. I was like, it's okay. You can send it in the mail or you can send it to my P.O. box, because I go and I meet with you. I don't know what I'm going to be walking into. Do you know that, for example, what happened to Selena, taking away someone's time on this earth is a form of sabotage? She sabotaged Selena's career, her future with her family, her children, her husband, her marriage, her tours. She sabotaged everything by removing her from the land of the living. That's sabotage right there. We need to move with a swiftness and a quickness in life. We cannot go through life airheaded. I talked about this last night. The way my brain works, the way my mind works, I'm always walking into rooms, crossing my T's and making sure my I's are dotted. Because sabotage is their only option. And I'm very, 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 very aware of that. I remember when I was just getting into my industry, I talked to you guys about those friends that I had that, sabotaged me at prom when I graduated high school and tried to fight me and push me over the balcony and all that stuff that I spoke to you guys about. 3 years down the line, I get a DM from a girl who was not really particularly that night, but she's friends with that group. And we used to kick it. And she sent me a DM. And she said, hey girl, I know you've been, going out a lot. I see you're always kicking it, having a good time, enjoying life. I'm a promoter at this club and I would love for you to come, bring your friends, have a good time, bring as many friends as you would like. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a lit time. In my head, I'm like, I haven't spoken to this girl in 2 years. She still keeps in contact with the girls who did those things to me. She didn't do anything to me. Like we don't have any personal, but the fact that you are affiliated with people who wanted to ruin my life, I still have to put you in the category with them, no matter what. She sends me that DM, and because I know sabotage is their only option, I said, this is a setup. Something's not right. So then I go to the calendar and I realize that the day she invited me to that club and told me to bring friends is the day of one of my friends who sabotaged me with the other person that tried to fight me and push me off the balcony. It was her birthday because me and her, we're both Leos. So we're both 3 days apart. We're both 3 days apart. So I saw that and I'm like, no, I'm not going to go. So I looked at the message. I didn't respond to it. And I just went on with my life. The day she invited me to that club, I was looking at her stories that day. And guess whose birthday they were celebrating at that club, the friend that tried to sabotage me. So basically, her agenda was to set me up and have me walk into a situation to get publicly humiliated, because I know that me and her are not cool. So why would she want me to be on a table with her and her friends for her birthday? It was a humiliation tactic that we're going to have her come in here and walk in with her friends, and then we're going to kick her out of our table to make her feel small. I'm not dumb. I know people very well. I'm not dumb. Sabotage is their only option. So the way my brain is wired is to think ahead at all times. It's a survival tactic that I developed. I just learned, I knew that in life I have to learn how to survive. And surviving is something that you must learn sometimes. And sometimes life puts us in tough situations where we have to learn how to survive in this world. So the way my brain is wired, I'm always thinking farther along from what is being said and what is being done. I'm thinking the extra mile. I'm going the extra mile because people go the extra mile. It's never just what it seems. It's never what it seems in life. There's always more to it. There's always more to the story because people are very calculated. So there's always more. You just don't know, but there's always more. And that's how you have to wire your brain to think so you protect yourself. Sabotage is their only option. Moving in silence and having privacy helps alleviate sabotage. It doesn't avoid sabotage. A lot of time people ask me, they text me, they DM me, they email me. They say, how do I avoid sabotage? You can't. Because avoiding sabotage would mean you avoid other people, and avoiding sabotage would mean that you control other people and what they're going to do. You can't keep somebody from sending an email about you. You can't keep someone from making up a lie about you. Like, we can't control others. And that's how I developed a sense of peace in my life, is when I realized I can't control other people. I don't have a mind control gift. I can't control people. So I can only alleviate sabotage by moving in silence and not sharing information about myself. You alleviate sabotage, you decrease sabotage. You decrease the sabotager's power when they don't know anything. And I'll tell you guys, there are people who check your Instagram stories from a fake page every morning because they are looking for a clue on what you're doing, where you are, who you're dealing with, what you're working on, so they can already get their plan in order for you. That's why when you go on my Instagram, it's just pictures of me. It's just my quotes. It's nothing about anything that I have going on. I don't use social media for that. My social media is not my diary. Some people make social media their diary. Social media is not my diary. I share the bare minimum of my life online because I know people are watching. Nothing important, nothing of significance to me makes it online. Nothing. You can stalk and check my page and make 55 fake accounts. You're never going to find anything on there. Okay? And you have to learn. Oh my God, I got to share this. I had a family member that I had to block. Not block, where I blocked and unblocked this family member from my Instagram because they kept clocking. Like, they were literally hyper analyzing everything that I posted and would call me and ask me questions. They were basically policing me. And I'm like, I'm a grown woman that pays my own bills. You don't get to police what I do. And that family member got cut off. And that relationship will never be rekindled. Because once I've cut you off, once you've made it to the cutoff category, it's like if you cut a limb off, you can't reattach it, you don't really. So that's how I am when it comes to when I cut people off. I don't reattach the relationship. It's basically done at that point. Do you know this family member was still watching my stories even though I blocked it? What are you looking for? They are looking for a foothold. What is she doing now? Let me watch what she's doing now. Is it a new company that she's working for? Is it a new business venture? What is she doing now? Your ops are always watching you. Don't give them anything to work with. Give them zero to work with. They get nothing from you. I always use her as an example. I love the way Beyonce runs her Instagram. I love it. It's just her. It's her photos and her album, and it is her craft. That's it. You're not getting anything else. She doesn't even do interviews anymore. She's done. She gives people the bare minimum because she has an understanding that sabotage that's people's only option. So it's very difficult to give them the leverage to sabotage when they have nothing to work with. It's very difficult. Make it hard on your ops. Make it very hard on them to know what to do next in regards to you. Sabotage is usually a group effort or a sole effort. It's a sole effort when it's just one person, like a friend is trying to sabotage you or one family member or one colleague. But usually it's a group effort. Sabotage is usually done in groups. You know, I had a church group do this to me. I always talk about this. It's if you're really powerful, it'll be a group effort because one person can't take you down. They have to team up to do it because it's not enough with just one. And even when they team up to do it, they still lose. And even if they think that by getting you out, they won, God is going to elevate you so highly that they lose either way because God's word still stands and he will elevate. And that's okay. That's called survival. That's how you learn how to survive in this life. When they leave you and they think that they have put you in a place of, they think that you're going to drown and you swim and you make it to the other side. They taught you to survive. So when someone sabotages you or tries to hurt you or they're teaching you survival skills. They're teaching you how to survive without them. And they're teaching you how to thrive in this world by doing that. They sharpen you by doing that, but they don't get to reap the benefits of who you grow to be. Move with a swiftness and with a quickness because, you know, sabotage is their only option. I always tell people in life, you have to develop a sense of urgency. Do you have urgency or are you cruising? In life, you have to develop a sense of urgency because a sense of urgency is going to push you forward and a sense of urgency is going to push you to the front lines. Urgency has helped me in life. Again, I'm going to go back to the way my brain works. Again, this is another tool that I use to survive. I've developed an extreme level of urgency. Everything is urgent for me because I've learned that with life, time can be your greatest enemy. And if you don't learn how to move quickly, you are giving your sabotagers time to take you down. You're giving the people against you the time to take you down. You are not moving with the seasons, the spiritual seasons. There are seasons where God's ready to bless. You have to have a sense of urgency. You don't have time to stop or get lazy or take your foot off the gas. You don't have time to do that because sabotage is their only option and they're waiting on the opportunity, the best opportunity to strike. I'm telling you, you have to move with a swiftness. You guys have to be quick. You guys have to be fast. You guys are too slow. Sabotage is their only option. So that's why you conceal your intentions in your next move. During the act, you don't leave paper trail. The biggest turnoff for me has always been people who let their next move be known. The turnoff for me is men who talk too much. If you're a man and we have dealings together, and I deal with you and you deal with me, nobody needs to know that we have dealings together. There should be no paper trail or proof or anything that would lead people to believe that we have dealings with each other. There shouldn't be any evidence of our dealings with each other as a man and a woman. The only evidence that should ever come out that we have dealings with each other is a marriage license. But before that, our relationship must be concealed. The best things in life are the things that are kept in private. I have stopped dealing with so many men in the past because they don't understand the art of keeping your dealings concealed. Conceal the relationship, keep it quiet. And that's actually a turn on in a relationship when nobody even knows you guys deal with each other. That's very, very, very much a turn on to both of you. There's something that is so sensual about privacy and concealment. Nobody should know that we deal together, that we have dealings with each other. Nobody. Some people they have very loose lips. They talk a lot. That's why they get sabotaged, because their mouth, they have a hard time zipping it. So they ruin their whole plan. I've met certain men where I'm like, you ruined your plan, brother, because you opened your mouth to the wrong person. You need to learn how to be quiet sometimes. If you're dealing with that young lady, nobody around you should know that you're dealing with her. They ruined it because you let them in on what you were getting ready to do. You conceal your intentions. Your next move, what you're getting ready to do, what you're working on, should be concealed. Nobody should know about it. Sabotage is their only option. You avoid them and you remove them and put them in the op category. The minute someone tries to sabotage your life in any way, sabotage an opportunity for you, ruin your reputation, sabotage you, publicly humiliate you, pull the rug from under your foot, that is your enemy. That person, that's your enemy. That is your enemy moving forward in life. You do not trust them again. They have already decided that you are a threat to their existence. They decided that. It's not your job to fix what they have decided. It's your job to remove them from the category you had them in, and they are now in the op category. And when someone's in the op category, they don't get to leave that category. They have to stay in that category in regards to you. Okay? Y'all stay safe, okay?